Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and well, I thought I saw something very strange then. Is it just because I didn't have glasses on? Yes it is. It's because, I'm going to tell you, it looked like I had teeth coming out my nose. I guess it's because I've been wearing those glasses all this time to do some work out in the yarn van and pack orders and do stuff, and where I've taken them off, it's made my eyes a tad blurry. If I don't wear them at all, I'm fine, but if I do wear them and I take them off, then some focus issues, obviously, because I don't think I have any teeth. No, not my nose. Anyway, cheers guys. Got a nice cup of tea. If you can hear Gary moving about out there, he's doing a jigsaw puzzle, one that he got for Christmas, and he's got one of those jigsaw puzzle mats that you can buy, and it's the jigsaw puzzle. They usually take 1,000-piece jigsaws, fine, but this one is like a movie still, so it is widescreen, so it's too wide for the mat, and it's got a bit of a problem. So I told him to put a board under it, or a board on top, and do it on the board, and I'd help him carry it in and out and put it on his table. So he's got a craft table that he never does any crafts on at all. It's always there, and he was going to get rid of it. He said, I'm going to get rid of my table, I'm going to just have display cabinets for all his Funkos and all of his collectibles that he's got. And then the other day he said, no, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to actually use it. I went, are you really? Because, you know, I don't think he will. It's like my one I use all the time. I use the one out in the yarn van, the one in here, but he never used the table all the time. It was in the back room. That's his craft room. Never goes in there really. He just stores his stuff in there. But the annoying thing is, it would take an awful lot more stuff. Back room. Anyway, we'll see. He might use it. He might surprise me. Woke up today, thick frost outside, really white, and I wrote my name on the yarn van window in frost, and it was a very thick frost. All the puddles are freezing, and round the corner there is a slight hill. Apparently it's treacherous, so everyone's using our road. And most of them use it anyway, but that would probably put the seal on it that others will just resort to using ours all the time. But it is really mega cold and mega icy out there. We haven't had any snow. I know it's been up around other counties and up north. I saw on the news a farmer digging a sheep out, and it was in a drift, but they had a good kind of 14 inches of snow, and then it drifts. So he was digging his sheep out. I don't know how he knows where the sheep are. Maybe the snow moves, I don't know, but perhaps he can hear faint bleating. But he dug it out anyway, so all was well with the sheepy. The yarn is safe, guys. I didn't mean that to sound so callous. It was just a joke. You know me. Can't resist a little joke here and there. You know, I'm not one of those YouTubers that will tell you, you know, that how morose life is. I just look at the bright side all the time. Annoyingly so, probably. But, yeah. There's enough misery out there, don't you? Don't need it. Don't need to watch it with your tea, do you? No. Or your coffee. You need a smiley face and something to brighten. Well, I'm not always mega happy. Just 99.9% of the time, I'd say. So yeah, it was really cold out there. I had to put both heaters on, and one of the blower heaters came in and did breakfast with Gary, and then I was sorting a few things out, and I thought, right, I'll go out there now. It still wasn't warm enough. My fingers were like ice. It was just ridiculous. It was cold, and I came back in, and I went back out there, and I thought, oh, it's warmed up a little bit, so that was good. But I've got lots of orders to put away, and 2 of them are sitting in the kitchen in the boxes, big boxes, one of which I've got to do a video for in a minute. I've uploaded one to the website, but the new one I haven't, and it is amazing. Really amazing yarn. it's touch and go as to whether it makes it on site or whether I just think mine, because it's American yarn, and some of it I did buy while I was in Las Vegas. I've got a supply of it now, guys. Some of it anyway. I don't buy all I can. It would sort of skint me. But I've got a good selection, and I will add to it if it sells well, really. So, yeah, decent. Pretty decent. So, yeah, the wildfires out there in the US, they're heartbreaking. I keep seeing it on the news. It is absolutely devastating, and it always seems that whenever you see something like that, you think, oh, I was only there a few months ago. And I was walking down, you know, Rodeo Drive and down Hollywood Boulevard, and looking at the Hollywood sign through some shopping mall. And, you know, it's incredible to think that area. Oh, and the rest of the country, I'm talking about the US, not ours, seems to be kind of shivering, you know. It doesn't make any sense, does it, really? I know it's such a vast area, the US, that you can have extreme heat one place and absolutely freezing cold, but, you know, the cold snap seemed to be all over at one point, apart from somewhere as dry as a tinderbox. And it is awful. It is. You know, and I do hope that any of you, any of my subscribers who watch me from there are okay. And all of the creators that I know that come from, you know, that area. And I hope you're all okay and not in its path. And it's just a nightmare, guys. It really is. Anyway, I'm going to drink my tea because it's coming to an end. It's really getting cold quick because it's so cold. It's cooling the tea down like this. Hang on. Can't waste my biscuit tea. So let's have a look. Let's cheer ourselves up with our Mando picture. What we got for the weekend. Would help if I did it the right way round. Weekendy picture coming up. Okay. Now, is it going to be a good one? Let's see. That was Friday. And ready? Da, 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 da. Oh. Oh, we got... I can't remember what they're called, but they do look a rather ungainly beastie to travel on, don't they? But they... I can't remember what they're called. Got a funny name. I can't remember all the aliens and all of the beasties and all of the things. You know. There's a distinct lack of Grogu's going around here. Might have to write them a strongly worded letter of complaint. This carries on. Okay. Oh, look. We're over halfway through this one now. And we can get stuck into another book. It's amazing how long this has lost. If I look a little blotchy, I'm really mega blotchy. I can't understand it. I've taken all the limonene out. And, you know, things are getting worse. Getting worse. At Life at Tiffany's. Playing quietly. Oh, 5-year-old. It just says 5 in front of it, like 5-year-old. Playing quietly. Me. Oh no, sweetie. Daddy is still sleeping. How about you go and play in the drums? That's mean. Trips to the beach are just as fun. Change of scenery for your kids' meltdown. Isn't it embarrassing when they do it in public? I went and did an escape room while my kids were at school, just to feel what it's like to escape something, anything. Oh. You know, I really missed my kids when they went to school. You know, when Paul first started nursery, it was a wrench, and then when he started school, it was another wrench. But I had Michael at home. But when Michael went, and I was suddenly like childless, that was just... There was no way going to be another child, not after what had happened while I was in labour, both of mine, and the last one was horrendous. So It wasn't so much that it was hard to cope, or I was bad with the first one, but the second one I was really, really strong and felt like I could run a marathon afterwards. It was the almost that there could have been a tragedy, and thankfully there wasn't, but you know, it's touch and go. So I never wanted to go for anything like that again. And Paul's birth was just so traumatic, and I was ill for a long time afterwards. So that you know, I figured nothing worked properly. It's best just to stop while you're ahead before there is a tragedy, you know. So there was no way I was going to have another. So I decided to get a proper job, if you like, and go to work. Because I wanted, you know, I had all these ideas in my head. When Michael's at school, I'm going to learn to ride. I wanted to have riding lessons. I wanted to do everything. But what did I do? Get gainfully employed. And then that was it. I was just working for the man. And, well, various men, because I'd always get sick of that one and go and work somewhere else. But, you know, why did I do that? Why didn't I just say, you know what, I'm going to enjoy my life and going to learn to ride, going to do shopping, ladies want lunch, you know, just do all that sort of stuff. But no, I decided to get a job. It sucks, doesn't it, really? Some people love careers. Some people love their job. I mean, I started working for the ambulance service, and I worked there for 13 years, longest job I have ever had. Because, you know, mostly I last 6 months before I was sick of the people, talking like the bosses and the way things were. And I'd just like not be able to cope with that anymore and be like, oh, you know what, these are all idiots, I'm going. So that's usually how long I lasted in a job. But the ambulance service was something I obviously loved to hate. And I stayed there for a good long time and had a very stressful job. I didn't just go in at kind of entry level. I went in a step up, and then I worked another step up. So it was tough, man. It was really tough, but enjoyable, and obviously not enjoyable at the same time, which is weird, because, you know, you had so much stress. It was unreal. But there were also parts of it that were brilliant. Anyway, why didn't I just start? There was a time when we actually didn't even need me to have an income. And so what did we do? Moved house, more expense, needed an income. So silly me, really. It should have just been set up. That would have been lovely, wouldn't it? Oh well, I could have like done this sooner. That would have been brilliant, because working for yourself is completely different. I did it once before, but it was not something I could resurrect, you know, like later on in life. It was then, it was that, and it worked, but kind of now it's different. So yeah, this is the best fit for me, but back then that was the best fit. And so yeah, I enjoyed that, and I only gave it up when the kids started school because I didn't want to miss them. And you know, I didn't want to be out of an evening while they were at home, and I wanted to be there with them. When they were at school, you know, that was the only time I'd see them. But before that, I was at home with them all day. And so it was just, you know. Anyway, I have started to get ready to do my tutorial. I've got some yarn at the, I've got a couple of in my mind, what I want to do. First thing I'm going to do as a tutorial is the kind of stitch thing that I did for Gary's scarf. So I might make myself one. Not sure yet, but there's something else that I've been meaning to make for about 4 years, and I've perfected it, and I just never got it off the ground. So there's that I want to do as well. And yeah, there's a few things that are in my little pipeline. I just got to get them done. Anyway, I'm going to get off in a sec and upload the video, because I also have to film a yarn video. It is so good, so good, so good. But you know, all those people sitting there in the US will just go, no, it's not, it's just our yarn, you know. It's like, you know, well, no, because let's face it, if I show style crafting, if I show sort of King Cole or anything, you know, UK people say, oh, that's lovely. So maybe they will, or maybe they just go, yeah, we can get that anywhere. I don't know. We'll wait and see what the reactions are. Thank you for watching and spending some time with me. I feel, you know, I said I was going to tell you something. I still haven't remembered what it is. What can you do? And you know, my chicken, she's right here looking down at me. I didn't put her in view, but she's still here. She's sitting on top of kind of where my lamp is. And, you know, good girl, aren't you? She is, very good girl. I love my chicken. I really looked fat then, didn't I, when I did that? That's not a good look. I won't do it again. Shall I do that again? See, she agrees with everything I say. She's a brilliant friend. Anyway, I'm going to get off, as I said. I will see you on the next one. Can you wave? No, she hasn't got any hands. Silly me. Bye for now, guys.